Ahora con una presentación también muy especial de la mano de Inetum, que nos ofrecerá una visión innovadora y práctica sobre el liderazgo de pensamiento en el entorno empresarial. Lo vamos a hacer de la mano de Luis Gómez, que es Head of SAP Innovation Fab Lab. Fuerte aplauso para Luis Gómez. ¿Qué tal, Luis? ¿Cómo estás?
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Today I'm going to tell you stories through innovation. And hire to retire, procure to pay, order to cash, the dedicated smart agents that know your process inside SAP. So how can they communicate with each other, bringing the data that is required to have knowledge and the transactional information that you need to run. And we are doing this with conversational agents, agents that were designed to interact with you, and data that is image, that is sound, that is the way that when I turn on my smartphone, I see the world. So what we are bringing is all this data together with these smart agents in order for the agent to understand perfectly clear what is the process. Go into SAP, bring the warehouse information as fast as this. I have dedicated information bringing my badge that I went to an event, so I can just point with vision to my object, say what I want, and I have the information coming from this event, when did it happen. But by focusing on what is my intention...
What is the problem?
He's not focused because I said I have a problem, not in the table, but behind. I have a big blocker problem. So he understands what I want to do with the inputs that I'm providing. And this is changing everything because we interact with this. And now I'm receiving how to solve a BitLocker issue that I have in the backend. And if I point to...
Is the robot on
or
off?
Think in your warehouse, I can identify objects, not count. Generative AI is not to do math. It's to identify the correct objects, to do picking, to find if you are putting the correct product in a pallet, product replacement.
Where is pen?
And because we have this capability to keep the conversation history, he's saying that the pen is located at the left of the robot. There is no robot in the image, but in the conversation history there was a robot, and when I change the video, I switch to a different. So he knows in the conversation history that the robot is on the left, the pen is on the left of the robot. This is the capability that you can add with processes, because we have this amazing thing that is the history that we are doing. So I can put here to create new learning courses just by pointing to a process, whatever you want. By just dropping my identity card, I can say that I want to book a vacation inside SuccessFactors. I don't need to fill out because we don't have the constraints of a form. I can say, put it until the end of month, until the end of week, whatever you please. And he's checking the information against, in this case, SAP, seeing if I'm allowed to do this type of work and doing on his own. So this is the powerful of these smart agents. They know how to do it and how to do it faster with much less errors that we had in the past. And we had this challenge. It started as a workshop in our Fab Lab in Lisbon to get a delivery note. And again, by just dropping data, I can transform it into a process. In this case, he has detected that we can start an inbound delivery process from scratch. He is automatically receiving information on the SAP side. What are the required fields? What is the information that I need to have access to in order to complete this process? And by checking all this information, I cannot just say, okay, confirm, go further, and he is now inputting this information in SAP to complete an inbound delivery process. But it gets even better because now what I have is this. On the right side, I have the starting of the conversation. On the left side, we still have the transactional information. We still have the screens that need to be filled in. But now things are different because I interact with both types of data. And by going into this item, I can just adapt the quantities, and you will say, okay, you are not allowed because this is not correct with your purchase order information. Suppliers will give them a lot of manual work with no reason. And here, in this case, they can start an inbound delivery, or they can go to attach the document to a purchase order. And with these new models, there is no form. I'm just interacting with data, bringing knowledge. So by interacting, I am providing a summary of the document. I highlight even the information that was handwritten, because I need that information for the process. With this type of approach, we are increasing efficiency, because we are doing this at a greater speed and fewer errors. We are just removing the human factor from those tasks that don't add value to the process. So they don't give anything back to the process. Seen on procure to pay, delivery notes, agents that understand your need to sell, company gurus focusing on knowledge, personal assistants. We are using that on the hire to retire to process absence, to have this employee self-service when things can be smoother, faster, and we don't need this human interaction with no added value. To manage materials, to what you saw in the first case, I can go to public websites, I can go to my supplier portal and bring data. I don't need to do it in-house. If it's public, I can imagine. But again, the focus is business. How can we bring efficiency to your business? How can we make it faster, better, with less errors, removing this human factor that doesn't add value to the process? And currently, you have a very powerful offer on the Joule side, not just on the conversational or the transactional, but also on the deep learning interaction. This is very powerful, and you can take advantage of that. Because we are not building above SAP, we are building inside. Everything that you saw is running on SAP BTP. And what SAP did from the beginning is this. You have the opportunity to go with the embedded AI, or you have the AI foundational approach, where any customer can develop their own path to this journey with AI.
Para Luis Gómez, muchísimas gracias. Thank you for these real success stories y por ahondar en este pensamiento de liderazgo en el entorno empresarial. Enhorabuena por el premio que recibisteis ayer en Portugal, entre todos los premios que tenéis ya. Questions? So, thank you. Thank you. Round of applause for Luis Gómez.
Thank you.
Gracias, Luis. Obrigada. Thank you, Luis.